It's ugly. Bitches can't touch me. Every time they ride around the block, they yelling, fuck me. So, they wonder how I do the things I do. I say it's nothing. You know I'm coming through with my crew. They trying to front me. Hey, I'll be somewhere where the blank be. Hey. Envision a brighter future than the chumps be. Trying to have my wallet looking chunky. They so high, get a hit like a junkie. Wondering if they fly, I could hear they plans, hopes, and they goals and they dreams all perplunky. I'm in the trees with this swing like a monkey. The beat hit harder than the trunk beat. Hey, so many alerts and notifications, I got plenty. Work and things to do. Motherfuckers looking at me don't have any. I'm not the type of bitch to sit and play cool and hella friendly. They want the illa vanilla cut, no, not just the thriller, she a killer. The one to call when they trying to get the bill up. $100 bills. Trying to step your bills up. I think we doesn't lie. On Facebook, YouTube, it's time to get high. Welcome to the Waking Bake Smoke Session. Early as fuck in the morning, time to learn the lesson. Track down all your blessings and put to rest all the stressing. I can't rap when I smoke. Trying not to choke. Know these other bitches broke. Living life like it's a joke. While we sit and talk, they drowning in their sorrows. Bitch, we stay afloat. You wanna swim around the circle, not a moat. And when I spit these numbers at you, not a quote. 2 2 3s and 2 2 beats. $365 with the 387. Gotta survive and make it with my brethren. Hey. Somebody call the Reverend. Hey. I'll be Oprah, just be Stedman. Hey. What's up, y'all? 7:35 a.m. here on the West Coast. I see one top tipper already. 20 viewers for the stream so far. 164 actions. You got your guard up, thinking that we just in startup. Bitch, you don't never see me hard up. I be screaming, I be yelling, cause of certain motherfuckers trying to stop my hustle, fuck up all my ducats. Me, I don't like it. I never motherfuck it. I always invest and flip it, triple double. Don't give a fuck. These bitches got issues. Sounds like they run into some trouble. I'm the type to dead this shit and have them silent like a muzzle. I ain't with the hocus pocus punk shit, bitch. I'm not a muggle. Coming through it, popping all your bubbles. Oh. Bitch, do you got 4 bars? You know we go hard. Get in there fast with no cars. How the fuck is you shining, not supporting no stars? Short attitude, but you thinking that somehow your ass gon' go far. Like it ain't worth it not to hurt them, like they leaving no scars. Credit, respected. With me, you got no cards. Hey, it's hella early in the morning. We about 5 minutes in, 5 minutes in, 5 minutes in, and we halfway through the blunt. We about 5 minutes in, 5 minutes in, 5 minutes in. Hey, we warming up. You might as well hit this shit again. Another morning in this fit again. Bitch, I know these hoes is tripping off of money that you didn't send. Bitch, I know these hoes thought you was a different friend. Not this shit again. Hey. It's too much motherfucking money on the line. Where's the stimulus checks one time? I know somebody got it. Somebody better tell me. We trying to make this profit double and bubble up into something. One thing that we all like is called money, hunty. So fuck a hater and the way they talking shit. Them just a bit ugly. Oh. Halfway through the blunt and the smoke, we all did a couple miles and then 5 per square and listen to the news. If you have not already subscribed, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, especially YouTube, where you can watch the recently played list and see all the music we play here live. So, if you're wondering what songs we play, make sure you check us online. Y'all, the next speaker we're about to have is called Ryan Yates. We also listen to Stephen Gardner. We've heard the It's Jimmy and a couple of other different podcasters. However, we now know this, that about $3 trillion been passed in stimulus funding. Not a lot of it has been talking about stimulus checks. Just extended child tax care credits, Medicare, healthcare, universal broadband, green energy, things like that. So, again, halfway through the blunt, y'all, let's get into this smoke section. Y'all ready to rap? If y'all got some bars, leave them in the comments. Y'all let me know what is you smoking, what flavors are popular in your area. What's brand spanking new and what is the best of the best of the best served with honor? What not to get, y'all make sure you let us know so we're not wasting our money on no air pack. Y'all, right now, I don't know if you checked the update, but we have been on white rims, cherry burger, sunset sherbet, COVID-19. There's a strain called C19 or something like that. There's another flavor. I don't know what it is. Let me check. Oh, animal mints. Make sure you leave it in the comments for today's. What is y'all smoking? 7:40, 7:42, almost 7:45 a.m. Quarter to 8. Y'all here in the West Coast, y'all make some noise. This beat switch up was weird. Y'all don't think so? I think so. It's 2 early in the fucking morning and it's cold outside. Checking haters in the wrong when you know you're right. Don't doubt it, we can show you right. Spitting fire like I stole a mic. I see some money on the screen. I just run my mouth like a motorbike. Bitch, you know the hype. Hey, smoking Doja, you know it's tight. Hey, I'm a soldier, you know I fight. Hey, I thought I told you I could show you right. Woo. Gassing on the blunt, now I'm choking right. Not making money, that's a front. Bitch, you joking, right? Good morning, everybody. What's happening? These beats is actually okay. Somebody sent me a nominee gift. Okay, then. I see another animation on the screen if y'all can hear it.
Latest news on the Omicron variant and results predicting a 5th pandemic wave. I really hope it's not true. A $16,000 stimulus check for rent and utilities could be yours with new funds that we're getting. And of course, the latest on the big stimulus package that they're planning in the Build Back Better bill. Man, say that 3 times fast, right? Now, we're hoping that they're going to pass it by Christmas. But let's see how the odds are on that stimulus bet in today's video. We've got all of your stimulus needs covered, plus all the latest from the U.S. economy, U.S. inflation, stock market, creating online businesses, and basically all that you need to know about making more money and improving your financial situation. All that right here. Definitely join the family. Hit the subscribe button right now and tap that notification bell so you're notified as soon as I release new videos and content. Let's jump in. All right, so new information on the Omicron variant. Dr. Fauci is now saying that this could turn into a 5th wave of the pandemic if we're not careful.
We certainly have the potential to go into a 5th wave. The 5th wave, for the magnitude of any increase in that will turn into a wave. We will be dependent on what we do in the next few weeks to a couple of months. For example,
hey y'all, I see y'all. Good morning.
62 million people in the country are eligible to be vaccinated who have not yet gotten vaccinated. Superimposed upon that, the fact that unquestionably, the people who got vaccinated 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months ago, we're starting to see an understandable diminution in the level of immunity. It's called waning immunity. And it was seen more emphatically in other countries before we saw it here. For example, Israel, which is usually about a month or a month and a half ahead of us temporally with regard to
early in the goddamn morning. It's too early in the goddamn morning.
Boosters. So now we know that although the vaccines are very effective, and the data that you look at are incontrovertible, that if you compare unvaccinated and vaccinated,
we're down to about
infections,
we're gonna put it down 5 square.
Dramatically multi.
They want everyone to be vaccinated and employed. Y'all pay attention.
Given the waning of immunity, right now boosters are going to be very important. A 3rd shot for those who got the 2 mRNAs, and another additional shot for those who got
definitely need the social distance.
If we have a combination of getting as many people as we can get vaccinated as possible who have not yet gotten vaccinated. Add on to it the children who are now eligible, the 5 to 11, there's 28 million, and getting the many, many people now, 70% of the entire population of adults has been vaccinated, 80% have been vaccinated. If we do that successfully in a very intensive way, we can mitigate any increase. Because if you look at what's happening right now, as you and I are speaking, we're starting to see an uptick that had plateaued at around 70, 75,000 a day. Now it's starting to go up.
We're about 80,000.
Yeah, it's 80. So if we now do what I'm talking about in an intense way, we may be able to blunt that. If we don't do it successfully, it is certainly conceivable and maybe likely that we will see another bit of a surge. How bad it gets is dependent upon us and how we mitigate.
And so that's why we have to play our cards right here, guys. President Biden talked strategy last week saying, quote, how we're going to fight this pandemic this winter, not with shutdowns or lockdowns, but with widespread vaccinations, boosters, testing, and more. Germany and Italy confirmed their first Omicron cases last weekend. Now, at this point, Omicron cases in the United States are almost inevitable at this point, according to him. Quote, sooner or later, we're going to see cases of this new variant here in the U.S. We'll have to face this new threat just as we faced those who have come before it. Here's a clip.
Today, there are 3 messages about the new variant that I want the American people to hear. First, this variant is a cause for concern, not a cause for panic. We have the best vaccine in the world, the best medicines, the best scientists, and we're learning more every single day. And we'll fight this variant with scientific and knowledgeable actions and speed, not chaos and confusion. And we have more tools today to fight the variant than we've ever had before. From vaccines to boosters to vaccines for children, 5 years and older, and much more. A year ago, America was floundering against the first variant of COVID. We beat that variant significantly, and then we got hit by a far more powerful threat, the Delta variant. But we took action, and now we're seeing deaths from Delta come down. We'll fight and look, we're going to fight and beat this new variant as well. We're learning more about this new variant every single day. And as we learn more, we're going to share that information with the American people candidly and promptly. Second, the best protection, I know you're tired of me saying this, the best protection against this new variant or any of the variants out there, the ones we've been dealing with already, is getting fully vaccinated and getting a booster shot. Most Americans are fully vaccinated, but not yet boosted. If you're 18 years or over and got fully vaccinated before June the 1st, go get the booster shot today. They're free, and they're available at 80,000 locations, coast to coast. A fully vaccinated booster person is the most protected against COVID. Do not wait. Go get your booster if it's time for you to do so. And if you are not vaccinated, now's the time to get vaccinated and take your children to be vaccinated.
Lord have mercy.
Every child age 5 or older can get safe, effective vaccines now. While it will be a few weeks before we know everything we need to know about how strongly the existing vaccines protect against the new variant, Dr. Fauci is with me today, of our medical team, and believe that the vaccines will continue to provide a degree of protection against severe disease. And as additional protections, please wear your mask when you're indoors, in public settings, around other people. It protects you, it protects those around you. Third, in the event, hopefully unlikely, that updated vaccinations or boosters are needed to respond to this new variant.
Yeah, we
we
watching
will
Ryan Gates
accelerate
on
their
YouTube,
development and
just so you know.
deployment with every available tool. I want to reiterate, Dr. Fauci believes that the current vaccines provide at least some protection against the new variant, and the boosters strengthen that protection significantly. We do not yet believe that additional measures will be needed, but so that we are prepared if needed, my team is already working with officials at Pfizer and Moderna and Johnson & Johnson to develop contingency plans for vaccines or boosters if needed. And I will also direct the FDA and the CDC to use the fastest process available without cut.
Okay.
Moderna and Pfizer are already on it. Moderna thinks
they
it
want
may
us to
be
get
able to develop a
vaccinated
new
and
vaccine
employed.
to
That's
fight the
what they say.
Omicron variant by early 2022. Quote, if we have to make a brand new vaccine, I think it's going to be early 2022 before that's really going to be available in within 100 days. Experts recommend getting the virus vaccine booster.
So they said the variant booster vaccines might not be be ready for 100
and
days.
7 other countries. But what do you guys think? Are we going to see a fifth wave of this pandemic? And in other programs, and we just found this one around $16,000 could be yours through the rental assistance programs available everywhere in the United States. And I do mean everywhere. In fact, what the Treasury Department is doing right now is they're redirecting rental assistance funds to address backlogs. So instead of the funds sitting there in states where people don't even know about them or just don't touch them, they'll be moved to areas where people actually care about the rental assistance. Those places have a backlog of requests that could definitely be helped out with this. Now we're talking big money here, as in $46 billion in assistance allocated to states during the pandemic. Some initial information on areas here. Officials say Montana and North Dakota are among those who have not yet distributed a significant portion of the already allocated aid. However, the department said states such as Texas or New York, where officials have called for increased assistance, have almost distributed all of the aid received thus far. Oregon has also reported that all of its funds are spoken for between dollars that have already gone out the door and applications in process. Now, there's still a lot of money here, guys. Now, at the current pace of distribution, they anticipate approximately $25 to $30 billion in allocated federal aid will be, quote, spent or obligated overall under the initiative by the end of the month. So that leaves somewhere between $21 to $16 billion that you can still apply for. So don't sleep on this one, guys. Usually these programs give up to 18 months of rent payments, 12 months in back rent, and 3 months of future rent. Now, the help goes to unpaid rent after March 13, 2020, counting just 18 months on a $900 one-bedroom apartment. That's already a $16,000 check right there. And it gets even better. Some states are adding 3 months of assistance for households expected to exhaust the 18 months allowed under the federal laws. That's $2,700 more just to give that little bit extra breathing room. Make sure you guys check this out. Just head on over to the National Low Income Housing Coalition website and look up the emergency rental assistance programs in your area. They compiled a very exhaustive directory, and you can easily find your area on the clickable map. Definitely worth a Google search right after this, guys. Again, that's the NLIHC ERA that you want to be looking up on Google. Let me know how it goes for you guys. One more item on our stimulus watch list, the scary, serious debt limit deadline that we're getting nearer and nearer to. And we still haven't heard about the new deal from Congress on this, and the deadline when the money runs out is already December 15th, just a couple of days away, really. Democrats insist that Schumer will not burn up a week of Senate floor time to use the budget reconciliation process to raise the debt limit ceiling with only Democratic votes. And Republicans say there's no way McConnell will be able to round up 10 Republicans to vote like last time. Both Senate leaders, Schumer and McConnell, don't want another standoff like last time. They did a meeting already, but all we got was McConnell saying, quote, "We agree to keep talking, working together to try to get somewhere." Yeah, there's a reconciliation route, but they're not 100% certain that conservative Republicans like Senator Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, or Mike Lee would let that pass too quickly, especially considering that right after this, Democrats are going to work on the Build Back Better bill. Yeah, these conservatives, not too much of a fan of stimulus, guys. Even the White House press secretary called them out in their latest press briefing.
For anyone who's criticizing, I would say that the way, and we saw, I would say, in recent weeks, even with the votes of Republicans, every Republican in the House went on the record voting against steps that many economists have said would ease inflation. They voted to raise taxes essentially on middle-class families, voted for higher childcare, prescription drug, and elder care costs, despite claiming they agree inflation and costs are a problem. So we're out there. Democrats in Congress are out there, many of them. We welcome Republican support, I will continue to say, taking steps to lower costs. We know that Build Back Better will start cutting childcare costs in half in 2022, make preschool free for many families starting in 2022, lead to the construction of additional housing units starting in 2022. What is the Republican plan for lowering costs, addressing inflation, something they are very concerned about, but they don't seem to have any solutions for. I don't know what the Mad Hatter reference is, but that feels like it's more applicable.
Quote, every Republican in the House went on record voting against steps that many economists have said would ease inflation, end quote. Yeah, interesting take there. Now, we're keeping a very close eye on the debt ceiling cliff that we're headed toward, because this could mean a lot of regular working class Americans losing jobs and losing money. Now, if this goes on and the U.S. sees our very first ever default in history, that's going to mean a freeze on Social Security payments, veterans benefits, and federal and military salaries. Now, that's a lot of people in our YouTube family. Then there's the country's credit rating that would definitely take a hit. That's mortgage, credit card, and loan rates skyrocketing on. They're saying that the stock market could crash unlike anything we've ever seen before. Look at it historically. We've actually been in this situation countless times, and each and every time Congress has figured it out, and we've never defaulted on debt. So realistically, if we look at it statistically, this is a very unlikely event, and we'll probably. Now, sadly, Congress is talking about strategy and leverage rather than actual people's lives here. Here's one strategist's take on the issue. Quote, if McConnell doesn't leverage something on spending out of Democrats, especially when we're looking at the Build Back Better bill possibly passing the Senate in some form, it's going to be embarrassing. The debt limit is the only leverage that Republicans have this whole Congress. If they give it away and get nothing for it, it's going to be a huge embarrassment. Let's hope that they realize that there's actual people's lives and livelihoods at stake here, right? Some Republicans are looking to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to give Congress more time. One GOP aide said, quote, my expectation is that Yellen is going to find a couple extra quarters in the cushions and push it to January or February. There aren't 10 Republicans that will vote to advance a debt limit measure again. A lot of options on the table here, but really the most interesting is the one that I saved for last. One budget expert said that another option is that Democrats could vote to overrule the parliamentarian and declare a debt limit increase is not subject to filibuster or added to the budget reconciliation vehicle that Democrats will use to pass President Biden's climate and social spend package. Now, if they do that, guys, they're basically admitting that they could really do so much more stimulus. Definitely excited to see how that one plays out. Don't miss our next updates, guys. A lot of exciting developments are still happening today. So hit the subscribe button now and tap that notification bell already. Now, on top of all of this is the biggest, most exciting stimulus package that's going to help with those bills for the next 10 years. The $1.75 trillion Build Back Better bill. It's got all sorts of stimulus that could send some money your way. There's paid leave, child tax credits, Medicare expansions, Medicare copay caps, like the one capping insulin copays to $35 a month, senior care, universal pre-K. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he said that he will bring the bill to the Senate floor once the parliamentarian finishes reviewing it, and that it is his, quote, goal to pass the roughly $2 trillion bill by the end of the year. Now, to be more specific, before Christmas. His exact words, quote, once this necessary work is completed with the parliamentarian, I will bring the president's Build Back Better legislation to the floor so we can pass it as soon as possible and send it to the president's desk. Our goal continues to be get this done before Christmas, end quote. He talks a little bit about the bill here.
As I've said repeatedly, once this necessary work is completed with the parliamentarian, I will bring the president's Build Back Better legislation to the floor so we can pass it as soon as possible and send it to the president's desk. Our goal continues to be to get this done before Christmas. Build Back Better represents the largest investment in the American people in generations. Under our bill, childcare will be more affordable, pre-K will be more affordable, and raising kids overall will be more affordable for tens of millions of parents. The bill will take unprecedented steps in the fight against the climate crisis, paving the way for even greater action in the future. And as scores of economists from across the ideological spectrum attest to, Build Back Better will not worsen inflation, and in the long run, help bring costs under control. So cutting costs, saving parents money, fighting climate change, and creating the jobs of tomorrow, these are the things the American people want. These are the things the American people need. And these are the things that Build Back Better will deliver on once we pass it through this change.
There is definitely potential to pass this stimulus deal in time. Just some things to watch out for, like the paid leave provision and immigration. House Democrats approved 4 weeks of paid family and medical leave, but we're not sure how far it's going to get with Manchin in the Senate. Senator Joe Manchin insists it should be done in a, quote, bipartisan way instead of a reconciliation process with just the Democrats. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, she's not giving up, though. She said she's been trying to bring him on board with paid leave and said after the House's vote that they will, quote, continue to talk about ways to put paid leave in this bill. Now, as for immigration, it's the Senate parliamentarian that we should be looking to. About 6.5 million immigrants who have lived in the United States since 2011 would get relief from deportation as well as work permits. There's also another provision that would boost the technology industry's efforts to hire foreign-born workers amid labor shortages by increasing the availability of green cards. The problem is provisions have to be about budget and spending for them to be able to pass reconciliation. Let's just see how the Democrats can make that work with the Senate parliamentarian who has the final vote on what counts under reconciliation. Definitely a lot to look forward to in our next updates, guys. So definitely stay tuned. Now, that was a lot of news in today's stimulus package update, as well as daily news update, latest news on the Omicron variant, and Fauci predicting a fifth wave of this pandemic. We covered a $16,000 stimulus check for rent and utilities, and the Christmas deadline for a $1.75 trillion Build Back Better stimulus package. So, as always, thumbs up if you like this video. I really appreciate the support and the subs, you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Y'all, that was Brian Yates on YouTube. Make sure you follow and subscribe for all the latest videos. We're also the Cherry Franklin Show 2021. Yeah, I can't stress enough how important it is for y'all to get up on y'all funding and things that are available to you in your community. Especially with the forced stimulus check and all that being passed. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, pandemic funding, stimulus funding, whatever the fuck. They increase the debt ceiling. They're going to raise taxes. They're going to be double taxing and taking chunks out of corporations and funding other programs here in the United States. So you need to get up on that, get on your funding. Like he said earlier, there's also rental assistance and funding for rent specifically in every state and things like that. It's a lot of shit you could be doing for yourself and in your community. Visit change.org. We say all that to say this every day. Y'all, I can't talk cause we barely started smoking, barely got here. .org to make a difference in your city and state, your county, your state. There's elections every year, not just every 4 years. There are things you can vote on, petitions you can sign. It's very important. The Say Their Names hashtags. Again, the Say Their Names hashtags on change.org. The forced stimulus check petition. We have been petitioning for a $2,000 stimulus check for about 1 year. It's only been 3,200, 3,200, something like that in funding total from the stimulus check, and unemployment was 300 a week, 600 a week for a brief moment in time, 300 a week. A lot of people were supposed to get 400 a week, only got their 300 a week from one of them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things was going on with funding, pandemic assistance, etc., SBA loans, PPP loans. So the only thing that's been confirmed so far is, like they said, the Medicare vaccines. Okay, things like that. The child tax care credit is gonna be extended. Rental assistance, like he said earlier. Y'all make sure you rewind these videos to get that information. It's very important. We're gonna say goodbye to Facebook and YouTube. We don't get them 30 minutes. Sometimes we give them more. Sometimes we include Instagram. But again, Talent Tuesday. Yesterday we had a lot of artists and things like that. We posted in the groups, things like that. Y'all make sure you go check out the Talent Tuesday page. A lot of creators, a lot of all of that. Y'all, let's say goodbye to Facebook and YouTube. You're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your energy is positive. You're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, making me a top streamer